Hello, my friends. Welcome to Flow with Jess. I just drove myself to work and I am about to head into a series of meetings, and I've been a little quiet on here for a little while. I've been definitely in the fields, in my own thoughts, kind of navigating the energy of this time. I don't know if it's just me, but things have felt like they're picking up. Things have felt like, you might remember that for a little while I was like, I feel like I'm at the gates of the starting line. I feel like, I'm I once classified this energy as like, in a Mario, in Mario when they're just like bouncing on the spot, like waiting for you to like move the controller so that I can like go into a world. But then there's also the time where like you move but you never actually like enter into the world, so like you're in this loading screen of like, you're ready to go. Sometimes you walk around, you check out the scenery, but you're like waiting at the door for something to come. And so I've just been feeling a lot of that energy, and I'm like, how am I gonna come on here? Like, I feel like I have nothing to say, which I think I always say, but words always find their way out of my mouth. But yes, anyways, so that's kind of been the energy that I feel like I've been navigating, and I'm starting to feel like things are moving again. I'm starting to feel like communication is coming back online, and like the gears are starting to shift into something cool and interesting, like being on the precipice of this new energy and this new chapter. And I'm just so interested to see how it all is going to play out. I woke up this morning and I had a dream and it almost felt like a memory. Like, I had this conversation with one of the leaders at my organization, and I basically was like, hey, I remember you saying that you're looking for somebody to join your team. And she was just like, oh, like, are you interested? And I basically said, yes, I am. And I don't know what else happened, but I woke up today knowing that I had this like series of meetings with my direct superior. And I was like, oh wow, like what if I ask for this thing? What if I ask for this new position that I've been thinking about, and it literally doesn't exist? It's crossing divisions. And it's something that I've been thinking about for a little while, of like thinking that it would be a really good fit for someone like me, but like this doesn't exist. So I had already asked once. For a new job. I basically was like, I think you should create this role for me. And my boss was like, no, we just aren't busy enough yet. Like, it's just not quite the time for this role. It sounds like you're thinking about X. I can't offer that to you right now, but we'll keep chatting about it in the future. But for now, I can offer you this supervising role. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, I'll take that. It's a step in the leadership direction, and it allowed me to, peer behind the curtains, if you will, and get to know the leaders in this organization, and to get the hot tea, like the gossip about what's going on, and to be able to be in the rooms with people that can make big decisions. So I'm glad that I did it. But I came across this piece of information a couple weeks ago that this other team was looking for somebody to join them. And although I don't want to jump ship, I realized that there's a really interesting opportunity potentially for me to do this like dual role, and we would have to basically create this position. But I really think that I would be a really good fit for it. And this place that I work, like, I love, and I think I've spoken about it a lot, many times. I think that this is the best thing that my city has to offer. I just think it's the coolest. I think it's like the coolest space, and I think that it has so much potential. And they're already planning their growth. Like, they already have permits and plans, and like everything is going to continue growing in this space. And it's like an international company on a local level. Like, it's so fascinating. So I was thinking today, I was like, okay, maybe I'll like go in a little bit early and I'll talk to this other leader and be like, hey, I remember you saying that you were going to look for somebody, but here's what I'm thinking. And then I thought about that and I was like, you know what? That seems a little bit, I don't know if I want to do that to my leader. Like, I don't know how that would feel if, you know, I was somebody's direct leader and they like went behind my back to try to, you know, finagle this new position without talking to me. And my current manager has given me nothing but, like, I feel like he doesn't really talk to me. Like, he's just so busy doing his own stuff. But I don't get any like flack or issues from him. He's kind to me when we do have conversations, and like, he offered me the job that he could. He was the one that hired me on the spot for this position initially, and he's like given me nothing but praise. So I realized, I was like, why would I go behind his back to do something like this? Like, you know, yes, I had this dream, but maybe consider bringing this to his attention, that this is something that you're interested in. You, like, I emailed him and I was like, hey, I want to do this job. And he said, that's great. I just don't have a job for you to, like, I just can't give you that, but I can give you what I have. And there was once part of me that was like kind of offended that he didn't like offer it to me in the beginning, but also like, you know, busy humans, and I can't like hold that against him. The fact is, I think anybody who, there's this really interesting, you know, always the dichotomy, the duality of this world. There's the yin, the yang, there's the receptive, and then there is the like, what's the word I'm looking for? Going out there and getting it, you know. There's the receiving and then the it's not the giving, but you know what I'm saying. The yin, the yang. There's the, you know, the sitting back and letting things come to you and unfold the way that they are meant to, like being in your feminine power. And then there's the masculine, there's the sun energy, there's the going out and getting what you want. And we have to play with these two energies, because I just don't think that we can sit in one for too long. Because if you're constantly waiting for things to happen, I mean, you're not actually going out and making things happen. But then when you're always going out and trying to make things happen, you're missing the gifts of the world. And sometimes you're just making action to make action. So there's this beautiful balance that we're all trying to achieve. And so I'm just sitting here in my car 20 minutes away from this conversation with this person, and I'm like, dang, do I just continue to like sit there and just like listen and like have this one-to-one and be like, yeah, I'm just like so happy doing this job, because like it's fine, like I don't mind it, like I'm happy to be here. But I realized this week that, you know, the sparkle and the magic like has started to wear off, because it's like not as new, and I'm realizing that I'm just simply doing X, and that's okay, but it's not quite what I would like to do in order to like grow and develop and be a part of something bigger. Like, I'm just not quite in the position yet where I can do some, you know, some big things. And I'm just usually not the person to go and ask for what I want. But, you know, I've made strides towards doing that, including in this workplace, asking for a role. And like, I think this is a really good opportunity. I think that this would be really supportive for the organization, and I think I would be a really good fit for this role that I'm literally creating up in my mind. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this conversation is going to happen, because then after that conversation, there's going to be a group meeting for the entire like leadership team in my division, my group. And it's fascinating because people are like kind of upset and frustrated, and things are not as smooth as they would like them to be, and people have these issues. And one of my colleagues was like, make sure you bring your receipts, make sure you bring all of your things to the table. And I'm like, you know what, like, you know, I'm here to, I love the gossip. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely somebody who loves the gossip, and like I get where everyone's coming from, but like I'm not that mad. I don't really have that many issues. This role is just like coming in every day and just like doing the job. Like I don't have any, because I think, because I'm a part-time supervisor, like I don't have as much responsibility, and that's what like that's the push towards creating this new position, because I want to be more heavily involved in the operation side of things and the management and the leadership side, and I can't really do that from just being on the floor and like doing discounts and like making sure that people are happy. Like it's basically just it just is, you know, it just is. You come in, you do the shift, you see the people that you do what you need to do, and then you go home. There's nothing behind the scenes for me to really do to like help support things in a super meaningful way. Like I've made little jobs for myself here and there, but it just, you know, there's I just think there's more. I think there's more. So yeah, I'm really, oh yes, so I'm so interested to see how this like group conversation goes, because you know, when people, I was actually just watching a show and this exact scenario happened, and you know, when people are like gossiping behind somebody's back and everyone's like so tough about it, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna say this and this is how we really feel, and blah 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 blah, and then you get in front of that person and the group like shuts up and they don't say anything and they just let it all slide, and then they continue complaining about all of the issues behind the person's back because they didn't actually stand up and say what they needed to say. I just think that I think that that's gonna happen. I think that I don't think that things are actually gonna be brought up in the way that like the gossip would suggest it's going to get brought up. So I'm so interested to see how it's going to work out, and I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope life is good for you, and I hope that just all is well. I hope that all is well in your world. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, friends, it has been such a joy knowing that even though if I don't record, I like have this YouTube channel, and like people are actually listening and watching these videos, and they're liking and subscribing, and you know, they're wanting to support this journey in so many different ways, and it means the world to me. I've always stated from day one that I'm definitely the type of person that just goes on prolonged hiatuses for a really long time. Like I cut off communication, but like I'm always there. I'm always there, but sometimes I just like have to take breaks. Like it's really hard to be constantly on and constantly connected, and even though I want with my whole heart for this channel to grow, and I want things to develop in so many different ways, I am sure that if I am being told that I need to go rest and I need to not record videos, there's a reason for it. So thank you for sticking with me and understanding the flow that is Flow with Jess. Pretty well named channel. Ooh, also, if you've been here since the beginning, do we remember the old channel name? We were not always Flow with Jess. I had a first name for this. I had a different name when I first started this channel, and I'm interested to know if anyone is still here from those days, and if you are, let me know if you remember the name. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go in, have the most beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.